From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway in Foxborough. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he gets this up past the 30. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Jones. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Throwing Jones. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Tua got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Play action. Now it's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 23.
And cycle. Check right.
A run with Mostert up the middle. There with a tackle, Dietrich Wise Jr.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ready.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run with Mostert off the option. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punt, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man is born. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. The Patriots had 10-5 to start play. They were winners their last time. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Jones. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Tua. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dietrich Wise Jr. able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's going to be met at about the 43. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Harris running straight ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Full connects on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. On 2nd and 7, Tua. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, And it's a loss of 6. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down.
And deep to return it is Marcus Jones.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones.
This complete to a man they went against in practice for years, Devontae Parker. On the move past the 40.
Give him 30 yards there. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Looking to throw. Jones.
And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Back to throw again. Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there. Someone always...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. On for the extra point is 4. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Tua, the final shot before half. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback himself, and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins have retaken a third-quarter lead. The two are going to try and throw for it.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run again with Harris.
But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We've got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And some room to maneuver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you win 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Jonnu Smith from 4 yards out. And the Patriots have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Folk. And they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Waddle will return this from the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 56 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Guaranteed they've been talking a lot about, can we find something that'll go our way? And that tip ball, that definitely just did.
Well, and with this margin manageable, yeah, that gives them a little juice maybe on the tip.
Yeah, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. That could help them get right back in it.
Now Mostert off the read option. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Let's go now. Black ultra.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Jerome Baker crashing downhill and getting the stop. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And some room to run now. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. They find some open field here. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their 1st timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. 162 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Running the jet sweep, Thornton. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them